Hey kids, you trying to get into Segment City? Well, you really shouldn't, because Segment City is a mature podcast, and listener discretion is advised. I'm just trying to look at... I know I'm in an alleyway. I know how I look, but I got some fireworks for you kids. I got snakes and I got sparklers. That's all I got. Oh, don't give me that.
Theo, we've talked constantly about how LinkedIn people are crazy.
LinkedIn lunatics, baby.
LinkedIn lunatics. I don't like LinkedIn as a social network. The people who are on it are mostly LinkedIn lunatics. I also don't like the feature that when you look at people's LinkedIn, they know that somebody saw it, and they usually, I think they get told that it was you. So,
right.
We're on their page.
It's an opt-in thing where you can either see people who look at you and be seen, or you cannot see people who have seen you and not be seen. So it's a reciprocal.
Okay.
It's a reciprocal policy.
I will try to be more anonymous next time, because I was
What are you doing? You're clicking around? You look at people's profiles? Well,
this is the first time in a while that I've looked around, because I did that thing where I was like, oh, I wonder what people from high school are doing. I was also looking up stuff for like a job thing. I was getting information about a previous manager that I had. And then I just get a message from that same manager, and it wasn't saying, hey, how's it going? I haven't talked to you for a while. None of that. The first fucking thing out of his textual mouth was, you married yet? We haven't spoken in years.
Have you been speaking to my mother?
It was the most boomer shit. He's not even that much older, but he is primo. I'm married and I'm kind of miserable, so come on, everybody.
Everybody get in here. I want to be miserable with
here.
you. Have you considered that some people are in relationships and happy about it, though? Have you considered that flip side of the coin?
Have you considered that he has like 10 kids and he lives in the Midwest, and it's real rough out there for people trying to like. We had multiple, because a lot of in software development you'll have like, I don't know, weekly, quarterly, whatever meetings with your manager. And then it always devolves into, let's talk about life. What are you doing?
Talk a little bit about life. Are you married yet? How many kids you got, baby? You only get the promotion once you get to a baker's dozen of babies. That's when you get your next promotion.
Then we'll talk about your kids. I'm not going to talk about your kids.
We don't talk about your next promotion until you got 13 kids.
Because you got to support those kids.
You got to support those kids, and that's how you get the big bucks.
Like my last manager, who was just the worst. He was just like a pig farmer in Florida, and he would talk about making his own fireworks, which is like entertaining. What? We literally never talked about career progression.
Oh no!
And I brought it up in my exit review, being like, he literally doesn't.
Like,
do his job.
So do you have any feedback for me? And he's like, I got these big old hogs down on the farm.
He would tell me, he's like, I have a refrigerated trailer for all the hogs. Like, and I was like, okay, dude. But this manager, he would constantly talk about his kids and how his kids were playing baseball, and he was coaching all the baseball teams. It was good, fun conversations, honestly. Like, out of all the managers, I was like, this is fine. You know, like, you could have gotten worse. But like, he also started talking about his kids in the conversation. I'm like, I'm back, baby. He's like, we're back to our conversations.
Oh my God. I listened to a podcast recently, and the episode was entitled, Why Don't Men Ask Follow-Up Questions? And now I've really
I've
reframed my whole mindset where I'm like, wow, people, not even just men, just a lot of people out here are not asking follow-up questions. Like, how do you interact with somebody and they say something and you're not like, tell me more?
Okay, I mean, it was back and forth, but but the last manager I had, the pig farmer guy, he absolutely did not.
No, that's what I'm saying.
100%.
I'm saying like he didn't show any interest in your life. Like literally just ask follow-up questions.
We literally did. Because I mean, to be honest, I am somebody who likes interesting people, and a firework making pig farmer is somebody that I can kind of plumb the depths of and figure out what he's about. But he's also just
but it's coming at your own expense and your career progression. You're like, you can either progress in your career or learn about pig farmer facts. Pick a lane.
It was, at the same job, the manager before him, the first thing he said to me was, I never wanted to be a manager. And I'm like, wow, you're my manager, dude. Like, don't tell me that.
I like self-starters because I don't have to talk to them.
Exactly. I mean, that was what the job was chill. And then they got acquired, and then I got the selling manager. Anyway, this is just a little about this one guy, because I was just like, what a guy. That's the first thing you fucking said. You married yet?
You're married.
How many kids you got?
How many kids you got? Tell me how miserable you are.
But in Segment City, nobody asks follow-up questions. Not even, would you like your change from the cashier? They keep it. They keep it for tip.
I don't think that's what they meant, but okay.
But let's introduce ourselves. My name is Will Kane, and you know what? I'm not the pig farmer, but I am the pig.
Wow, and I'm Theo Samagos. I'm going to put you in a refrigerated cart. Come on over here. You squeal like a pig.
And this is a podcast in which Theo and I, we go over our work histories, every single part of our resume. And you know what? We have to re-put in that same information on another screen, which is it's like, why even bother with a resume? If you want my 5-year work history afterwards, it's all there.
It's all there.
You can kind of extrapolate when there's not jobs that are written that I was unemployed. Now.
Now. Okay.
Now
ask me a question, William. I need a follow-up question right now.
Okay, well, this is great because then we get into Will Asks, our first segment for the episode. And this is some contemporary news. It's really blown up the internet. It might date the podcast, but I don't give a shit because it is big news and it's something that's fun to talk about. Theo, did you see the Switch 2 Nintendo Direct?
We got all the takes. It's actually too cheap. It should cost more. It actually should come out farther away. It's coming out too soon.
There we go. Yeah, actually, that's true because the tariffs are really going to actually destroy this shit.
These are the hot takes you come to Segment City for. Now, Will, they have a mouse in the controller, but have you considered making the whole system run on only motion, take away the screen, no more screen, only motion controls? You don't know how you're doing in the game because there's no feedback.
It has an internet browser, but it can only have OnlyFans as the only website browser.
It has an internet browser, but it can only read you the contents of it through a speaker because you can't read it on the screen because there is no screen anymore.
But there's only Japanese language for it. So sorry.
Shoot. Okay. So it's a good Duolingo alternative, this Switch 2 you're telling me.
I was thinking in the middle of this bit of how they do the presentation, which is a bunch of Japanese businessmen in suits talking, and then they'll have like a English translator be like, "Hello, how is everybody doing?" But just them being like, they're talking in Japanese, like gesticulate, like move their hands around, and so the only web browser will be OnlyFans. All of our fans love OnlyFans. There's plenty of Donkey Kong porn on there for all of our
Sign up
fans.
for the Nintendo Premium Access plan for all of those sweet Donkey Kong nudes. You can really see his whole butt on our news screen.
But Nintendo has learned from the Wii U. They've stopped doing stupid names for their fucking consoles. They've just called it a Switch 2, which is basic. It's good. Thank you for that. They could have called it a Super Switch.
They could have called it a Switch It Up. They called
Switch It Up. They could have, but
Switch Boogaloo Electric Smoo. I don't know. They could have called it everything.
There you go. You got it.
Yeah, I nailed it.
It has a $450 price tag for now because people have actually stopped pre-orders or like they canceled the pre-orders because of tariffs.
All I want to say going into this, remember the option of not buying it is on the table. No. Just not buy it.
Theo, that's not how anything works.
What if you just didn't buy it?
This is not how anything works, because I was also thinking about the entitlement of gamers. This is one of the, I'm not necessarily talking about, there's some entitlement when it comes to the price hike, because video games are expensive to produce and things. But people are, I think, more mad about the $80 price tag for Mario Kart World, the newest thing.
I was thinking about this. I think that I was wondering to myself, would I be more or less mad if they had announced that Mario Kart was free to play and that you could buy cosmetics? Versus $80. Would I be happier? Would I be less happy? And I think I'd be happier, actually, at this point in my life.
It would depend how much. I hate being nickeled and dimed. If it was like you get Mario and you get 3 tracks, I would be mad. Like,
no. I think they would have to include tracks. But I think with cosmetics, they're like, you saw Luigi in a cowboy costume in that trailer. You want that? You have to pay us money. You have to buy our battle pass because we only give you these costumes through the battle pass. And now you got to play Mario Kart and you got to unlock this shit. And I think that like maybe the pay up front business model is just dead. Like
that's an interesting because they're like, you want to be Moo Moo Meadows cow? You could be Moo Moo Meadows cow.
Because if they put Moo Moo Meadows cow in the battle pass, I don't think anybody would be mad. That's not a core character, and it's a fun, goofy gimmick, and you could just pay to play. You could just pay to get it.
Nintendo has been in the past for so long that a major part of this announcement was them showing off their voice chat system.
Yep.
A voice chat system, a thing that has been in games since 2004. Like, when was Xbox Live?
I'm just going to put this out there. I play Marvel Snap a lot. Okay. Every month they put out a $10 battle pass, which means every year I give Marvel Snap $120. Would I do that same thing for Mario Kart? I bet your ass you would. I would pay $10 a month to play Mario Kart to get some cool costumes and zip around. Like, I would pay them more money in one calendar year than they're asking for me up front, and I'd be less upset about it. I think this business model is just dead. I really think this.
I don't think that way because I view free games differently than you. I don't like, if a game is free, I will endeavor to keep it free for as long as possible.
Fine.
I do not go into battle passes.
But
it gets into the whales.
Yeah.
And, like,
this is how Call of Duty makes $1 million billion trillion is ready to play. Like, you don't have to buy it. This is not
the way the conversation I thought was going to go.
I think also they could have done a thing where they say the game costs $50. No one's mad. But also there are battle passes. Also, no one's mad. I think they could have had their cake and ate it too.
The one last point about the stupid voice chat is they also have a camera mode, like, and they have a USB camera that you could plug in, like it's the fucking Kinect or something. And we're
going back to 2008 Skype, baby. That's what we're doing.
the quality, they could have fucking made it fake and had it pristine, crispy quality.
Instead,
they showed it 5 frames per second.
Yeah, 10 frames every second, and they're like, this is the best you're gonna get. This is the absolute peak of how it will perform.
Yeah, this is how you're displaying it. That's the pitch on it. Insane. Going back to the price. I was talking to my brother. I don't like that they're increasing the price. I think this is a very shrewd business decision what they're doing, because what they're also doing is having a bundle with Mario Kart World, where it's the whole bundle is $50. So technically the game would only be $500.
Yeah.
So technically the game would only be $50. So they go, well, it is like you can get it cheaper. You just got to buy it with the console. So they're like, there is a cheaper option. We're not being terrible about it, but it is kind of like, but they're setting the precedent that now, because what was it, Call of Duty that set it to $70? Because I think it was like one big game that
it might have been like Madden or something. It set the precedent for the PS5 and Xbox. But now they
boosted that precedent, and kind of going with your thing,
that business model.
I think that games should be priced to how much they are actually worth. And that's a hard calculation to do, because I'm basing this off of an interview that I actually read in response to the price hike. Is they're like, well, we looked at the value of the game, and we thought that it would be worth $80, which Mario Kart World looks cool. It's like open world-ish. Maybe it's worth $80, but that kind of thought process, I don't think it only works if it goes down in price too. I think people will be like, big giant games, let's boost up the price. But then there are some games that are like Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, which is like $40. But that's still like, I think there should be more of that, of like, we're making a very basic game $20.
I mean, ultimately, it's up to the consumers to decide what it's worth, because if people don't buy it, then it won't be worth that much. I mean, you can also bet your ass that GTA 6 is going to be $100 now. Like that's coming. That's 100%. Happening.
100%.
Yeah, that's happening.
It's like,
but it's also like
protection for so long, and they're not even gonna have a PSC port. It's
I see all this, and I'm like, I guess I'm playing fewer games. Like, I'm not buying a Switch. I'm not doing it. If it was
I came to that conclusion too.
If it was at $400 and Mario Kart was $60, I probably would be on board. But signing up for a generation that is starting off with such a zinger, I'm like, well, I can wait. I can certainly wait. And they showed all this third-party stuff that I'm like, I'm not playing any of that on the Switch. I don't care. So I'm just coming for the first-party stuff, and I can totally wait on all of that. It's fine.
I do love Nintendo Directs for that, though, because they'll be like, here we have the game that you've been waiting for, Metroid Prime 4. Now let's do an even longer trailer for a JRPG that nobody's ever heard of. It's a remake, in fact, of a JRPG
actually.
that nobody's heard of. And you're like, why is this 10 minutes, dude? And speaking of insane money to be paying, they had a paid welcome tour game. Did you see that?
you just don't buy it. Like, literally just don't buy it. Like, I don't know what to tell people. Like, if you want companies to stop being shitty,
like
just don't buy it. I don't know. I just was like, this is my reaction to internet rage. Is like, if you feel so strongly, don't buy it.
I mean, a lot of people were saying like, man, a Steam Deck is looking pretty nice right now because it's around the same price and you can get way cheaper games. The Welcome Tour game is egregious to me because it literally is just like, here are the components inside the Switch. And you
what if you had Astrobot, but instead you had to read and you had to pay for it?
Yeah, and everyone's like, did they look at Astrobot and see that everyone loved Astrobot, but then didn't see that it was fucking free? like what the fuck? This doesn't even seem like. But it's them. It's Japanese corporate culture and also kind of Japanese culture because now they're also going back to, I think, region locked consoles.
Yeah,
which is insane to me because it's like that kind of feels like a Bygone era. I forget what the last region locked console was. I think it was actually
I don't know the
relatively
history of that.
recent.
Yeah,
but insane. Too bad that the fucking Donkey Kong game looks really good.
It looks good. Yeah, it looks really fun.
It looks great. Good. That's why I'm like, man, I wish this is more affordable.
In like 3 years, just go and get yourself a refurbished one. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
it'll all be fine.
But I know my last thought on this is similar to your thought of, I got such a big Steam library. I'm just gonna I'm not gonna buy any more games for like the next year or two.
If you're just a few years behind, you're fine. You're doing okay.
That's
my whole takeaway from that Mario Kart presentation was, I'm gonna go play some Forza Horizon. that was my takeaway. It was like, this game costs, like, it's on sale, whatever, you can get it, and it's basically the same formula, and it's a great game. Just go play that.
Yep. Well, hopefully your next segment is also going to be great.
I hope so too. Because we're going down to the trough, the slop. You were talking about pigs earlier. I'm down there with them. They're squealing around, and here I am. Oh, it's this. I found a truffle down here that these pigs missed.
Squee.
Back off, you pigs. We're going to PR Newswire for some beautiful reporting on some of the best restaurants in the world, such as Finger licking. Dutch Bros announces epic drink duel. Will, have you ever been to a Dutch Bros?
Is that, what do they even?
They do
is
like
the
Einstein
sweetest.
It's coffee drinks, but it's basically just the flavored syrups. It's like it's like coffee. Okay. Wink. Like, wink.
I'll sometimes go and I'll get those coffee flavors that it's like, we got one that was like salted caramel, and I made it up for Annie, and I was like, did it taste like salted caramel? And she's like, it tasted like flavoring.
It tasted like
you know, that
sugar.
Generic kind of flavoring.
Yeah.
So I presume that these guys are in that game.
So here we go. Dutch Bros is inviting I got two quick ones. So this is the first of two. Dutch Bros is inviting customers to decide if they're team sweet or team sour, as two drinks go head to head. Recently launched brownie batter mocha has become a quick favorite, but there's a new kid on the block with the sour berry blast. Which one will win the crown of the new fan fave?
Okay, sour berry does not kind of go with coffee. That's what
yeah, see, you're getting that when I'm picking it up. Yeah, when I'm putting down, you're picking it up.
This is really a competition between, hi, would you like this nice cherry-flavored gummy worm or a dirt-flavored gummy worm? Like, which is better? Which goes with the flavor profile?
Would you prefer this beautiful latte that I prepared for you? Or would you prefer if I stirred in some Swedish fish in there? How would you like it?
You know what? Foam is kind of like egg whites, so we can maybe put that in for a little savory.
If you're the ultimate sour stan, add a sour shot to any drink for 50 cents. Available for turning up the sour on any Rebel, lemonade, or tea or sparkling soda. The Sour Berry Blast is a tart treat with blue raspberry, a sour shot and blue raz poppin' boba. Try it as a Rebel energy drink or lemonade. They're speaking in code here. The customers must know what this means. I don't know what this is. The brownie batter mocha indulges sweet treat lovers with dark chocolate covered in soft top, complete complete with the brownie pieces on top. Best enjoyed as a mocha, freeze, or shake. Add a sour shot to any drink, 50 cents. Quote, "At Dutch Bros, we love hearing which drinks our customers are enjoying most," said Tana Davila, Chief Marketing Officer at Dutch Bros. "Our customers team sweet or team sour. We're letting fans decide which flavors they favor." They just love...
They all suck.
They're all bad.
They're all bad.
Italians are weeping over what you've done to their beautiful beans.
What do you mean? You add the brownie batter to the mocha. Oh.
This is where our children are going to be like, so you're saying that like the zones in the world where coffee could be grown were shrinking rapidly and you were mixing in blue raspberry? Okay.
I did.
That's interesting.
I understood this a little bit more after that because I think it's similar to like we've gone to boba shops where they have like juice and also boba tea, like milk teas and other things. So these are like they said, lemonades and iced teas. They're not as adding a sour shot to coffee, which I presume is the worst flavor experience ever.
I mean, they say you can do it to any drink, so they're
that's fucked.
They're not stopping you. You can do whatever you want there because you know what? As long as if you fork over the 50 cents, the world at Dutch Bros is your oyster, and you could be as nasty in the slop trop as you want.
We do not judge you here. Give us your hard-earned money, so
and
we
don't ask questions.
A potion of mayhem, a chaos
Unlike
potion.
the rest of the people you know in your life, we do not ask questions.
If you want to put a sloppy sour potato in your mouth, you can.
All right, we got one more. Dutch Bros' new drink is a big deal.
Oh, it's pickle. Fuck you. I'd actually respect if they're just like, we just go down to our local supermarket, we take all those nasty cucumbers out of the jar, and we present you with that nice dill flavor.
That's what we're giving you. This was released on April 1st. Rise and Brine, the Pickleback Rebel, is at Dutch Bros, and it's no joke. The Pickleback Rebel is a deliciously bold new energy drink for pickle lovers and curious customers alike.
I have heard that pickle juice actually has
Monster,
electrolytes.
Move over Red Bull. There's a new kid on the block, and it's a big deal.
It's pickle.
Pickle.
Oh, man. They're going to have... Is there a soft top version of that? Is that in there?
Soft top?
That was my nickname in college. Soft top.
Oh, no. I'm not going to touch that. Here's a quote. "We wanted to have fun with our customers this April Fool's Day. Is this drink for real, or are we playing a prank?" said Tana Davila, the Chief Marketing Officer at Dutch Bros. "We're not the ones for sharing with our customers something untrue, so this is the real deal. We love surprising everyone with unique experiences that excite."
We're not liars. We're just blatant capitalists.
We're just gross and yucky.
This is a continuing de-evolution of April Fools. Maybe because of the state of the world, people aren't looking to get silly. But I feel like there's a lot more pranks that are like, oh, just kidding. Just kidding. We put in work, but you know what? We're going to get a return on our value for this.
You know, I never thought I'd say the day that I could really go for a dilly energy shot, but you know,
a dilly energy shot.
I would try it. That's all I'm saying is I would try it. But I'm not going to pay them. I'm not going to pay them the money for this.
Would I try? I would take a sip.
You think if someone offered you a free sip of this dilly energy drink? I'm not an energy drink kind of guy. I don't understand that the need to basically min-max max energy.
Yeah, that's the problem with
lifespan.
I will get those packets of things, and I've gotten caffeinated ones, but it says specifically how many milligrams of caffeine, and I never go over like 60 milligrams, which is already a lot. Like,
yeah,
but like it's either 30 milligrams, 60 milligrams, or like 120 milligrams.
We're really really revealing to our listeners that we live on the wild side. We're kind of getting wild and crazy over here.
I get my energy from a nice sleep.
Earl Grey.
I actually do. I like
delicious.
Caffeine messes with my stomach, so I go for the low levels of caffeine. That sounds like it would absolutely fuck my stomach up. So
yeah, of course.
It would obliterate me.
Oh, well, man. You know what? I hope doesn't obliterate me. your
Oh,
next
don't
segment.
say that. That's actually a bad transition.
No,
because
you always say that.
we're going. This is not. Well, this is technically a different type of slop pile, but it's brought to us from Wikipedia.
Oh, different. Well, that's not a slop pile.
Oh, this is specifically a slop pile because this is list of music considered the worst.
By who is this considered? I need to know.
Everyone.
Is Green Day on there?
No,
Probably not. That's just
Nickelback is.
That's me being rude.
Nickelback is. Limp Bizkit is. The Black Eyed Peas are. But
Which songs by the Black Eyed Peas? I need to know.
You're gonna have to see you later. You're gonna. I'm not gonna.
Are they coming for my Boom Boom Pal? Are they coming
No,
for
it's
it?
not Boom Boom Pal. I will. No, I'll actually spoil. It's something to have to do with lovely lady lumps.
Oh, that is a terrible song.
I decided to go from modern times back. We'll see if this is an entertaining segment. I'm trying something new because a lot of times we will do visual gags or visual segments. And so I thought, how about we do a little bit of an auditory segment for once on this fucking podcast?
What do you mean? Adhering to the format? Will, come on.
Can't do it. So I will be sending you, Theo, some YouTube links. I have done the feature where I've done like time codes, so it'll start where like kind of the music gets good. We'll only listen to like maybe 30 seconds of each. Some of these I don't even necessarily think we need to listen to because the first one is Baby by Justin Bieber featuring Ludacris, which came out in 2010.
I don't need to listen to the song. I know exactly how it goes.
Yeah. Baby, baby.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Oh!
There he is. Ooh, baby, ooh.
But they say that the official music video for Baby was the most disliked clip on YouTube until 2018. It was voted the worst song ever in a 2014 Time Out poll. And I have to say, I don't agree with that necessarily. I think there are worse songs. It's
about how many people know the song, right? Because it has to be disliked by the most people is really the metric. So worst is subjective here.
Yes, because we will get to some songs that are they're not professionals. The people of those things, but I think Baby in particular is a good little microcosm of what people hate, which is simplistic lyrics.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber people don't like because he's just looked like kind of douchey boy.
I think he was pushed on us as the next big thing, and some people were like, actually, no thanks.
Push it back. Yeah. This next one, I don't know if you've actually listened to this song, but it's a very famous one because it's very stupid. Miracles by Insane Clown Posse. I don't
think I'm not very experienced with an Insane Clown Posse. I don't think I've heard very much of them.
This is the one where they go, fucking magnets, how do they work?
Okay. What an iconic line, I guess.
I will send you, I didn't choose a time code because it just gets right into the song. It's a song about things that they think are miracles, which are really just things that they don't understand. Huh. So how about we both start the song? I'll do a little count and whoever's editing can
give me a
second.
It out. Okay. We're starting out from the sky.
He's certainly out. We got a theory. They got a theory
about magic and miracles. That's right. That's right. If magic is all we've ever known, then it's easy to miss what really goes on.
I love that.
But I see miracles in every way, and I see miracles every day.
It's not good rapping. It's actually really slow rapping.
And a million stars way above them at night. You don't
God's
have
going to
to
the
be
sky.
high to look in the sky and know that's a miracle open wide. Look at the mountains, trees, the seven seas.
Okay, so you probably heard all the because it's just listing things that they don't understand and they think are miracles.
I mean, they are. I think it's also, this is some real like youth pastor energy where it's like, you guys don't need drugs. Look at what God created. Look at the trees. Look at the sky. Look at the night sky, the moon, baby.
It's technically a nice sentiment. It is them. It is them being stupid. It is them not understanding. I also love the music video where they just get into the Mortal Kombat like Tower of Power.
It's very good.
They're just on top of it. I have already sent you the next one on our list, which is "We Are the World's 25 for Haiti."
This was a big one.
This was
I remember this one.
This is not as
366 million views, Will.
Lots of views, not a lot of dislikes, even though I listened through this and I was like, there's a lot to dislike about this. So on there, the thing for Miracles was Crave Online deemed this the worst rap song of all time and most embarrassing rap moment of all time. The Phoenix deemed it the worst song ever recorded. The lyrics have been called the worst of all time, most notably, fucking magnets, how do they work? And I don't want to talk to a scientist. Y'all motherfuckers lying and getting me pissed.
I don't want to talk to a scientist. I actually imagine living in a world where there was actual magic and people could like fire fireballs from their hand, and you're like, I wonder how that works. I don't want to talk to a magician. I don't want to know.
I want to get the peasant's view on this. Yeah. They'll probably know. But We Are the World for Haiti was in 2010. This is a remake of the 1985 hit song We Are the World, which was written by American musicians Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie and recorded by various prominent singers to benefit famine relief in Africa. That is the famous version of this song. Yeah. This version is the cover version, was released on February 12th, 2010 during the opening ceremony of the 2010 Winter Olympics as a CD single and music download. The song was panned by contemporary music reviewers with criticism focused on the song's new musical additions as well as the choice of artists who appear on the track. However, the song was commercially successful worldwide, charting with the top 20 in multiple countries. Now, let's get into this one.
There comes a time
immediately into Justin Bieber.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Must come together as one. There are people dying when it's time to lend a hand.
The beginning's not terrible. I feel like I would need to highlight.
We can't go on.
That
pretending day by day.
They're all smiling so big as they tell about how people are dying.
Oh, because they know they're good people. Did you not know that they're good people for singing this?
God's great big family.
It's all the different styles, the variation that really fucks with me. Because some people are real, like, keep it within the same kind of level, and then other people will be like, "Hey, how's it going there, chimp?" Like, and then they get a part from Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson there.
If you want to skip ahead, I don't think whoever's editing this, you don't need to include the part that we jump ahead to, but I do want you to see just some of the faces, like just pause and see some of the people, because it does have just the Black Eyed Peas. For some reason, and I wrote this down, Jeff Bridges is just at the center.
Jeff Bridges, he decided he actually wants to be in here.
He's not a famous singer. Like, why are you here, Jeff?
Oh, I see the Black Eyed Peas. There they are.
There's an auto-tuned T-Pain later on.
Good. Yeah, he had to get. Oh, there's Kanye. Is it Kanye in there?
Yeah. Everyone's so.
Oh, yeah, Jeff Bridges people, right there. Wild.
Half the people are out of tune. Everyone's doing a different style too. That makes it confusing to me. Where I'm just like, keep some cohesion, please. But this is not like the worst thing that I've ever heard. Like,
no, I don't think so.
Unlike some of these songs that get rough, but some of them are rough on purpose. For example, Rebecca Black's Friday.
Oh, we're not listening to that. Everybody already knows this. I'm not inserting that into. Listen, not in my podcast. All right, this is my turf. She doesn't get to come here. If there's one part of my life I want Rebecca Black to invade on, it's this podcast. All right, she's taken over everything else. You're gonna let her take this from me too, Will? Come on.
Listen, she's okay with it now. She's gone past it.
Yeah.
She's actually.
You have to learn to love.
You
actually have to learn to love yourself. Is that the message?
Yeah. But this was a theme. This happened in the early 2010s where you could just buy, if you had a daughter, you could just buy a music video for her.
If you had step one, have a daughter.
Get a daughter.
Step two, get rich quick.
But this was literally like, there was one producer guy, because he was in the Rebecca Black video where he's just like driving his car and stuff like that. And so there's multiple people who had their own music videos, and now we're getting right into them, baby. This is by Cheryl Lloyd, and it's Swagger Jagger, which is a similar level of...
Is this just the same producer as Friday?
It's the same like type of song. Like there's a couple we'll be doing now that are just the same fucking level. But...
Oh no, it's giving a lot of Kids Bop.
It's very. It's so fast. Get some of your own, baby.
Wow.
It's that beat that's so 2010s to me. The like building up. And then she just says this for the rest of the song. It's we don't need to listen to more of this. I'm actually done with it too. It's that one's really bad. But it's also like out of all of the fact that I'm about to say it's not bad compared to some of them is a lot.
It's just too much. It's like she's been put in the center of this as clearly they're trying to make her a thing, and you can tell. You can really hardcore tell.
100%. But this, so Swagger Jagger, missing Andy singer Alex Greaves named this the worst track ever. The song appeared in NME's unranked list 32 of the very worst UK #1 singles of all time.
Wild.
This this one only has one sentence to it. It's Hot Problems by Double Take. ABC News stated that this was the worst song of 2012 and of all time. Thanks, ABC News. But how about we start this one up?
It's amazing to go to the comment section of something like Swagger Jagger, because the most recent comment on this was 2 hours ago. People are still here.
This is also a weird thing that you and I don't think we'll relate to, is there's nostalgia for this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which I don't, I mean, I have a little bit for Rebecca Black's Friday. Like I have, because it's a meme, like that everyone enjoyed at the same time. Hot Problems by Double Take is, I think, two sisters, or at least two friends that don't even look that similar, but they... Okay. we'll get right into it. Ready?
Oh, no, I don't like this already. Oh, no.
It's painful.
Oh, no.
It's so flat. I am a really big heart. Oh, yeah, we don't need to go much. I mean,
I need to stop. This is terrible. I can't listen to this.
It has the normal, breakdown. Or it gets like a little exciting, but it's like a almost 3-minute video, and it takes like 2 minutes to get to that. So
girls
we're not doing
have
that.
Problems too. Oh my god.
This that one is one of my favorites because of the fact that it's just so fucking flat. This one's one of my favorites.
It's just them talking. It's just them talking over it.
This one is my favorite because of the topic. Because this is
Gold Chinese food. Okay.
Alison Gold's Chinese food.
Okay.
That's the name of the song. Produced by Patrice Wilson, also responsible for Friday. Chinese Food has been called the worst song of all times by publications including the Huffington Post and Los Angeles Times, and the worst song of 2013 by Time. The song and video has been criticized for being a racist stereotypes of Chinese people.
No, Will, we can't put this on the pod. We can't put this on the pod, Will.
It's okay because we're not being racist.
No, that's not how it works.
All right, we're also gonna only listen to a tiny bit. So, Also, the subtitles for this like switch languages. It goes from like German to like Russian.
I mean, she's just loving Chinese food. Okay.
She's just listening what she likes then. This is it.
Okay, that's it. I'm not listening anymore. I don't need to listen anymore. She's just listening to her favorite Chinese foods.
And all these songs have the same like build up. Then you do like little raps part, or like
chorus,
breakdown,
breakdown, and then
stuff like that. This I love this because I can imagine the conversation that they must have had of, well, what do you want to make a song about?
What do you like?
I don't know. Well, yeah, exactly. What do you like? Well, I like Chinese food. There we go.
There we go. That's money. That's money, baby.
we can get that in. Just the fucking premise of it, because it's like the lamp scene from Anchorman of just like, I love lamp. I love Chinese food.
I love Chinese food.
This next one is Literally I Can't. Play and Skills featuring Red Foo, Lil Jon, and Inerta McFly.
Oh, we got Lil Jon in here. A real track here.
Lil Jon is
Inertia McFly. Okay.
is peak, like, you just throw him in and he goes, okay, or what? Like, he just does the same little shit. Yeah. Billboard ranked the song first on its the 10 worst songs of the 2010s so far list. Weekly Music named it the worst song of 2014. Several media outlets considered it misogynistic, which you will probably agree with right now as we listen to it.
Will, we're going down a dark path here.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Literally, I can't. I can't.
Girl on Girl is a fucking line
no.
list.
Literally,
What?
What? Oh no.
What do you mean?
literally, I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
All
see why
right.
it's misogynistic.
Not great.
Not
Pretty not
great.
good. I'm stopping there. That's not good.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna say we can pause any wonder about if it's misogynistic. It is misogynistic.
It is. It's not good.
This next one is even worse because this person is going to confess to a crime.
He's going to confess to a crime in song form?
So this
All
next
right,
one
what do we
is
got here?
Stimulated by Tyga.
Okay.
Ebony called Stimulated the worst song anyone ever created, citing the track's lyrics being about rapper Tyga engaging in sex with an underage girl and featuring the worst lines anyone has ever written. Many publications took issue with the lines, quote, "They say she's young, I should have waited, she a big girl, dog, when she stimulated." And noted that the track
Jesus.
samples the song "Children" by Robert Miles. We don't have to listen to it necessarily. Like I made sure to highlight that particular line. As, it's also just bad. It's like mid rap. It's not even. It's not
Is
like the
Tyga
worst
still
ever.
around? Like, is he still doing stuff, or is he just now he's canceled?
Oh, he's probably canceled at this point. The man confessed to pedophilia in his song. Anyway, do you want to listen to it, or do you want to?
Sure, we can listen to it. That's
Oh,
fine.
we'll listen to it a tiny bit.
I'm stimulated. I'm at the bank. I'm penetrating. I'm putting in. I'm
no. Immediately.
I'm stimulated.
Oh, no.
Disintegrated. Up in flames. I've been the flamest. I've been the hottest. You've been the lamest. I've been.
He's also reading, like in the music video, he's writing the lyrics, and he's like
Yeah, the
reading
music
them
video
from
is
his
just
notebook.
him. Yeah.
I should have waited. She a big girl dog.
That's the line. Fuck.
No, not good. Not good. Yeah, I'm gonna stop there. That's bad. That's not good.
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
that's
Tyga,
where I
you're
wanted
done.
us to
You're
stop.
done, sir.
Tyga's fucking done. You know who's also a fucking piece of shit? Jake Paul.
Oh, I'm not listening.
That's fair.
Just like Rebecca Black, he cannot come in my podcast. You're done. Get out of here. He's invaded all the other parts of my life, but not here. This is my space, safe space.
It's every day, bro. Jake Paul featuring Team 10, which is his fucking groupies, basically, like his friends who are all douchebags.
I refuse to even sully my search history with his presence.
Uproxx ranked the song first on its worst songs of 2017 list. It's Everyday Bro also number 1 on the Consequence of Sounds, the absolute worst pop lyrics of 2017 list. The song was criticized for apparently nonsensical lyrics such as, quote, "I just dropped some new merch and it's selling like a god church," and "England is my city."
England is my city.
England
cool.
is not a city
Yeah,
for
that's
people
great.
who know. It is a section of the UK. It became the 4th most disliked YouTube video, as well as the 2nd most disliked YouTube music video behind Baby by Justin Bieber of 2017. The song ignited a wave of diss tracks, most notably Rice Gum and Alyssa Violet's It's Every Night Sis, which that's one of those times where it's like assholes fighting assholes, so I'm kind of fine with that. This last one is the most cringeworthy and the most immediately cringeworthy. Because this is Facts by Tom McDonald and Ben Shapiro.
Oh,
which,
no. No! Will, why are you doing
This is the rap
this?
song.
This is the worst. I don't want to see this.
This is the last one. And this
this is
Ben
bad.
Shapiro, far-right commentator who is a piece of shit. I fucking hate Ben Shapiro. He's a nerdy. We only need to listen to the first 15 seconds because it immediately gets right to the point.
All right.
Ready?
Fine.
Immediate!
Okay, we're done. We're done. It's over. Guess what? It's over. I'm not listening anymore. It's done. I listened to the first 3 seconds. It's over.
I wrote this down. In the first 10 seconds, if not the first 15 seconds, they say, "There are only 2 genders, boys and girls. They say I'm racist. Yeah, right. I'm not ashamed because I'm white. My brother in God, you're trying so fucking hard to be black. It's so like you can't say shit like this man has dreads, he has face tattoos, he has a grill. Like he is just full on white rapper man. But saying like, listen, I don't got any white guilt is like, no, you got it in spades, my friend.
He's doing a lot. He's doing too much.
Ben Shapiro does rap. The top comment on the video is, Ben is the first person to rap slower than he talks, which is true. It's
really
him
good.
talking like this, and he has one line, and I make raps off of compound interest. Y'all live with your parents is a line.
Oh my God.
Which is the fact that he brought up compound interest in a rap song is the lamest, whitest thing I've ever found. He's so flat. He's the worst guy. He's just the worst guy. He's a little whiner baby that I hate him so much. And that the fact that he has an audience of other whiner babies is,
I'm glad he's on the list of worst songs ever. He deserves a place there. Good.
He does. But hopefully your next segment's not going to be as terrible.
Well, it is time to go find out from some people who have confessions to make, Will. This is an edition of Am I the Asshole? But it's all confessions. And maybe they're not the asshole. Maybe?
It's r/confessions? Is that
it's r/confessions. We're gonna check in on some beautiful Redditor people, all you beautiful Redditors out there who are not insane. Just stay off the insane subreddits and just stay on good ones. And
I
then
don't have as much of a finger on the pulse of confessions as I do with Ask Reddit or any of the other Am I the Asshole of whether these tend to be fake, like if they just kind of are prose that somebody is writing down as a fun little imaginative exercise. Well, but we'll see.
Here's a couple of them. I got 4 for you today. So here's the first one. We're going to start off nice and light.
Okay.
Here's this one titled, A Girl Mini Road Raged Me, So I Sauced Her Door Handle.
Sauced her door
Sauced
handle.
her door handle doesn't sound good, but we're gonna find out what that means.
That sounds like some sticky barbecue sauce on that door handle.
One day I parked at school and another car pulled up right behind me as if they were robbing me. When I got out and looked over, I saw a girl in her early 20s screaming at me, white-knuckling the steering wheel as she did so. Apparently, she was coming up the street and wanted that spot. I'm a pretty unbothered person, and I knew there were other spots around, so I just raised my eyebrows, and she yelled a bit. I love that as a response, like, just look at that, okay. Just raising the eyebrows and moving on. But then she goes, I'm going to hit your car later, and speeds off, and suddenly my feet in cement as I considered my options. How late will I be if I park somewhere else? Does she mean it? Do I even want to find out? Then I had a different thought. Screw her for making me worry about this right now. She seems like she's never been put in check, so I memorized her car as she drove off and hatched a plan. After class, I found her car still parked nearby, so I went to a nearby fast food spot and returned with a bounty of sauces I felt would look gross and mysterious when mixed together. I mixed them right up into one big goop on a piece of cardboard, walked by her car, and smeared globs of my concoction all over her door handle. On the inside where your fingers touch, in the keyhole, everywhere. I made sure to leave so much that she'd know this was on purpose and not bird vomit or some crazy act of nature.
Huh.
I have to admit, if I saw it on my car not knowing what it is, I'd gag. I didn't stick around for her reaction, but to this day, I smile as I imagine it. I hope she remembers seeing me pull into her parking spot as she cleaned sticky, mysterious goop out of wherever her hand goes. You imagine you just touch the goop and you're smelling, you're like, is this barbecue ranch? What is this? What is this?
It's outside for like any amount of time. I think it's going to get.
Oh, it's going to congeal. That'd be nasty.
I imagine this man as like a homeless painter almost. Like he gets a piece of cardboard and he gets the little splotches on it, of like he's holding a little palette, but then he just mixes it all together. And he goes,
he's a beautiful artist.
One big goop. It's just one big
goop.
One big.
You gotta goop him. You gotta goop him as retribution.
I don't ever think I've thought about gooping somebody as retribution. I've never been like, you know what, this deserves some barbecue sauce.
I think it's a good alternative to actually screaming at someone. Is just goop them. Have you considered gooping them?
This is this person. The woman was out of line for sure.
Of course.
This is one of those times that then the confessor, I feel like, kind of hopscotches them in terms of being terrible, gets right to the point of being, because this person, technically she just road raged nothing actually happened. Like, she
Right.
didn't actually come back. And,
Yeah,
like,
but threatening to come back and hit somebody's car is like, all right, that's crossed the line. You've done it.
Yeah, it's across the line, but it's also like, I don't know, that's just crazy. Like, then you're antagonizing. You know,
Yeah.
like, what do you?
I feel like a good gooping is a harmless retribution. You just goop them.
You just goop 'em.
You just let them know. You just let them know. You put them in check. This is just a good gooping.
This is one of those that I'm happy that I'm a third party.
Yeah, I just want to hear about this. I don't want to be involved.
Yeah, I do wish he got the response because I mean, what is she gonna like? Huh? She would look around and then just wipe it off. Like that would be. The response.
Did a bird goop my car?
It couldn't be. It's too organized.
It's too strategic. All right, here's the second one.
Goop.
I'm honestly so relieved that our elf on the shelf is gone for good. So this is a confession. This is a little confession, small one.
Once again, elf on the shelf rearing its pointed-eared little head to cause more mischief in the world.
Last year, my son, who was 9 at the time, decided the elf on the shelf wasn't real when he had a friend over. He touched it, picked it up, threw it on the floor, and taped it to the robot vacuum. He's a modern day Sid. He's a genius.
Yeah, okay, he's not a modern day Sid because if he starts attaching it to like a crane body with lady legs, then yes, that'll be a modern day Sid.
My youngest saw it and laughed and thought, finally, no one believes in this annoying elf anymore. So, Pinecone the elf disappeared after that. This December, my youngest asked if the elf would be coming back, and I told her no. Pretty sure her brother had permanently killed him. Honestly, I don't even feel guilty because the holiday season has been so much less stressful without it. To all the parents out there, don't get caught up on the elf on the shelf. It can become the bane of your existence for years. I don't understand.
Specific though.
What's the stress that comes from elf on the shelf? Isn't the whole concept that it's watching your kids to make sure they're well behaved?
Who's this poster that they're just like, anyway, and that's the end of my story. No need more for elaboration on any of the shit I just talked about. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, I had the same questions of like, what do you mean? Because the whole purpose of Elf on the Shelf is supposed to be a little camera for Santa Claus, right? Like a little physical guy that keeps his eyes out for if you're doing anything bad during Christmas times. That's what I presume. Is this person saying that should stress? Like the kids were under stress and the adults were under stress because then they needed to be more strict.
I don't think I'm fully in touch with the Elf on the Shelf tradition. I don't think I get it.
We've talked about this, but
I know, but like it wasn't something. It's a new thing.
It's genuinely, it got fucking incepted into the public consciousness, and it confused me all the time.
I was in the comments, and there's a comment in here that goes, "I get annoyed every time I read about Elf on the Shelf. I invented it 33 years ago. His name was Eric, and he had been a garden gnome that got a promotion. I used to be ridiculously proud and thought I'd gotten through another Christmas with my kids believing he was one of Santa's real elves and that he could definitely move about on the house unseen. Then came the tragedy. I was packing up decorations and broke Eric. Luckily, my kids weren't home." I don't know whether to believe this guy, but like, you know, he just feels the need to every time he sees Elf on the Shelf, he's like, I invented it. It's mine. I
should have been rich.
I get a cut. Every elf goes to me.
You know, when I was a kid, I thought that I came up with a song, but it was just I heard the song on the radio and it was like, oh, I like it, and then I just forgot that somebody else made it.
Yeah.
This person, this is an adult doing that. Like that's like, I love that. That person's crazy, and I love him.
So
I need
also
for
to our question, when did this whole there's a comment here, when did this whole elf thing start? I had never heard of it until a few years ago. And someone responds, 2005. A woman monetized her family's Christmas tradition by writing a book and creating accompanying products. She popularized it through mommy bloggers at first. Then a celebrity had one on a talk show. YouTube, then Instagram did the rest. My son was slightly too old for it when the craze hit. I found it interesting enough to read the backstory as our family had a similar elf story. Decades later, my father would tell my sister and me stories about an elf watching and reporting to Santa. The elf's name was Elmer. Elmer the elf is watching you. Not a toy elf, just impromptu stories my dad invented. So I guess, yeah, maybe that's the whole thing.
We've talked about how it's been invented, but we haven't had a nice, concise little history like that. Because I know it came out in like 2005, and it was.
I definitely missed it. That was not our generation. So
because everyone just started talking about it like it was a thing that everybody knew, and I was like, "The fuck is Elf on a Shelf?"
Looking around, how did I get out of touch? I'm 10 years old.
Come on,
come on.
I don't know what the answer is. Like, it's not really a question of who's the asshole.
No. This is just confessions. These are just some confessions.
Yeah. Okay.
The next one. I made my own money at home, and amazingly, it worked.
Oh, no,
What does that mean?
That's a crime.
What does that mean?
That's
a crime.
That's forging money, my friend. That's legal tender.
Somewhere north of 20 years ago, I got some instruction on how to coin-operated vending machines accurately counted the coins you put in and why it was kind of hard to trick them. So basically put in dollar bill, get equivalent change. Mm-hmm. I was fascinated and wanted to know how the newer, at the time, bill accepting machines worked. I was told that that info was secret because if you knew how, it was pretty easy to fool the machines. Keep in mind this was probably around 2000 or so. I assume the machines are better now. Anyways, this fascinated me. It was before YouTube, so I couldn't just go look it up, but I started to look at the bills I had. One thing I noticed was that with Canadian bills back then, maybe still, each bill was a slightly different size. All the $5 bills were the same, but different from the 10s and so on. Boredom and lack of forethought got the better of me, and I tinkered. I had an old color scanner and a beater Inkerjet printer. I scanned and printed both sides of some bills and carefully glue sticked the sides together and then cut them to the exact size of the real bill. I did that with a 5 and a 10. For shits and giggles, I went to an automated car wash and put one of my bogus bills in the change machine. The machine spat it back out. I noticed that a corner was bent, so I straightened it and fed the bill back the opposite way. And after a few clunks, $5 worth of quarters dumped out. It worked. I tried a 10. Worked again. I looked around realizing that I had just done and panicked.
Okay, they know that they did a crime.
Yeah. I left the car wash immediately and then drove home. At home, I couldn't believe what had just happened. Then all of a sudden, I couldn't not try to replicate it. I made another $10 and a $20 and went to different gas stations. The $10 continued to dump out quarters at a different change machine. So it was continuing to work. The $20 bill, it just would reject it basically over and over.
Yeah, okay.
I then started to get stupid. I told a friend of mine what I'd done, and almost instantly we started making plans to become big-time counterfeiters. We started figuring out where to go, how to avoid cameras, etc. Then I finally came to my senses. This is fucking stupid. What would I do with shit tons of quarters? Do I really want to end up in jail for this? Yes, thank you, Redditor.
Thank you
for seeing the light.
Thank you. This entire thing, them being like
staring down a fork in the road and being like, yeah, one of those forks sucks and I don't eat it.
Obviously crimes. This is like somebody getting a lockpicking kit, being like, hey, you know, I was just so bored and I had this lockpicking kit, so I just started breaking into people's houses.
Yeah, it's like what else was I supposed to do? I had the lockpicking kit.
I knew I could do it. I knew I could get in. I started doing like I do to a certain extent understand where this guy is coming from. Of like, if I had a little bit less scruples, I could see myself being like, ooh, $5 worked. Ooh, maybe $10.
Ooh, $10 worked. Free money.
Yeah, exactly. But then you go, wait, this is for low amounts of bills that people are eventually like. You could maybe do it over time, but eventually you'll get caught. Like,
you're just gonna show up to. Are you gonna show up to the bank with $1,000 worth of quarters? 4,000 quarters? Get real. Of course, you're not gonna do that.
So it's like it could be useful maybe for like little things of like I wouldn't be sad if you went to like the local laundromat and like used it there. Like, but it's also like on small scales that's maybe okay. But it's I'm glad that
this is a good confession because it's like in total he says he got about $25 out of a machine and then realized what he was doing and stopped. Good confession.
Good
confession and stop.
Because it is a faux pas. Like at minimum it's a faux pas.
All right, final one. I've been faking an allergy for years, and now it's gone way too far.
Oh, no!
Yeah.
You can't do that.
It started as a dumb excuse, and now I'm in too deep. Years ago, I went on a date with this girl who was obsessed with peanut butter. She kept pushing me to try her peanut butter smoothie, even after I said I wasn't in the mood. Instead of just saying no, I blurted out, "Oh, I can't. I'm allergic." Big mistake.
Yeah,
She was super concerned, asked a million questions, and I figured, whatever, I'd never see her again. But then she'd introduced me to her friend group, and they all knew about my allergy. At this point, correcting it felt too awkward. Fast forward 6 years. I'm still friends with these people. My allergy is a known fact. They warn restaurants for me. They check ingredients. One of them even threw out a peanut butter cake someone brought to a party to be safe.
Oh my God. This is...
Oh my God.
Can we set before we get to the rest of the thing, never do these lies.
Never do these lines.
I am just, never do them. This is a social anxiety thing that people will sometimes do. You make your own problems. If you have social anxiety and like you go, oh, this is an out of this one individual situation. Guess what? You made a situation that you now are opted into for life because there's no way to go walk this back. Well, we'll see if they walk this back because it could be part
Here
of
it is. The worst part, I love peanut butter. I eat it in secret. I have a stash at work. Once my best friend said, man, it must suck not knowing what a Reese's tastes like. And I said, and I just nodded solemnly.
That's also not the attitudes of people who have allergies. They don't really pine after these types of things. And they go, okay, whatever.
Now my girlfriend, who also believes I'm allergic, wants us to move in together. And she's super cautious about food. I'm terrified she'll find my peanut butter stash and think I've been lying to her, which I have.
You have!
4 years. I have no idea how to get out of this. Do I fake a miracle recovery, a medical misdiagnosis, or do I just keep the lie going forever? Will, to you, what do you do?
No, you come clean. I know it's going to be hard, but that's a Band-Aid you have to rip off.
I think you're too deep, my guy. I think you're
really?
They've thrown out cakes. They've asked restaurants on your behalf. You are too fat. You're too far gone.
That's true. This is a compounding issue. Because you're right in terms of the more you lie about it and the more you keep
it becomes part of your identity.
It becomes harder to say, hey, by the way, I was fibbing.
For 6 years, I was fibbing.
For 6 years. Because I love peanut butter.
Right.
My family loves peanut butter. There was one time that my brother went, so we're all obsessed with peanut butter, right? And we all went, like it's a family thing. But just the moment that somebody would, like, the second person that because this was, I could see them doing it as a stopgap, like I said, of like, excuse, let me come up with this easy excuse. But then the second person, I would be like, I was lying. Like I'm just too truthful of a person. I'd be like, that was actually
I just didn't want to drink the peanut butter smoothie. I just didn't want to do it.
Yeah, I was bugged with it.
It occurs to me that this person is surrounded by wonderful friends who have their best interest in mind.
Absolutely.
And it turns out that this Redditor is probably the shithead in the friend group. Like, almost certainly.
This is a Seinfeld character, but
yes,
in
this
real
is a
life,
full Seinfeld character.
And like the ending of Seinfeld, it's established that they're all terrible people, and that if their problems were in the real world, they'd be psychopaths.
Yes, 100%. I think if I was in this situation and I wanted to get out, what I would do is schedule an allergy test with a doctor and just be like, I would be like, I was told my whole life that I was allergic to peanuts and I never really questioned it, but I want to see if maybe I grew out of it and just go get it tested. And then of course the allergy is going to reveal that you're not allergic to peanuts. Like the test is going to come back negative and you're going to be like, oh my God, this whole time I could have been eating peanut butter. And your friends are going to be so excited about eating peanut butter with you and introducing you to all these peanut butter products. And then,
I'm so on board with this.
And then it's just going to,
the right way to go.
And then after like 2 years, people will just stop thinking about it. It's going to fade away. And it'll be like, remember that time you discovered you didn't have a peanut allergy? And you'll be like, man, that was crazy. And then you just get on with your life. It doesn't have to be your identity anymore. Just solve it, man.
Just the way that you on the camera did a little smirk of like, yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy, man.
Wow. I do think that's probably genuinely the best
way out, right?
Because it's either that or you keep the lie going, which it's eventually, like he's already said, it's gonna run out eventually. She's gonna find the stash. But it's such a stupid. I would never get in this situation, so I have a hard time empathizing with it.
And then I think after you take the allergy test and like 10 years later, then maybe you can say, guys, I never had a peanut allergy. Then
no, I think your plan is great because it keeps the lie going.
You think it keeps the lie alive? Okay.
Yeah, I like it because
it keeps the lie. It keeps it alive, but reduces the magnitude of its significance, basically to nothing. It shrinks it. Yeah.
And you, like you said, it kind of turns it from like, oh, now everybody can show me how much everybody loves peanut butter. Although that could be annoying because the entire reason he got into this is because he's annoyed by people's peanut butter preference. Yeah. So like, he gets into it again. Like he's a full sitcom character, and this is like the end stinger where it's like, looks like we're doing this again.
Uh-oh. Well, Will, those were some real confessions, and I have a confession to make to you, which is it's the end of the podcast.
It is the end of the podcast. Thank you for bringing that up. And thank you to everybody for listening to this episode. Remember, if you have any segments that you want to send to us and have us read on the air, send it to segmentcitypodcast@gmail.com. Hit up our YouTube for full episodes, which might be demonetized for this episode because we're probably going to be editing in a lot of people's music. But also hit up my YouTube, which is Golly G Willikers. On YouTube, same name on Blue Sky. If you enjoy Blue Sky, it's better than Twitter, which is great. And we have a big thank you to give to somebody in particular.
That would be to Rachel Robinson. She does our intro music, and she has wonderful music around the globe that you can find on your streaming platform. And some say that she has a lot of confessions, but she's bottling them up. And one day she's gonna post them all on Reddit. And they're all going to be straight to the top of the charts.
Oh, no.
Everyone's going to love them.
I don't think that's good. Is that a good thing for all of your mysteries, all your confessions?
She's going to confess that she's got an allergy to bad music. Oh no, what's this?
Whoa.
She just can't handle it.
And also remember to give us star ratings and reviews on your podcast network of choice. But you know what has a lot of reviews is iwaspoisoned.com, which this is the longest one I think I've read, but that means it's just like one paragraph. This is a website where people report where they were food poisoned and by what. This is a food safety report from, it doesn't say what the restaurant is, but it's a Subway restaurant because they say in the text of it. But it's in Chicago, Illinois. I got food poisoning after eating a sandwich here. Hello, my name is Tim Merlin, and I am not very pleasant story related to the Subway restaurant. I went into the restaurant and ordered a sandwich and a drink April 5th at about 3 p.m. Afterwards, I ate everything inside the restaurant. I choose to believe that he went and he ordered one of everything. I ate everything in the restaurant.
Every single footlong they had, he is eating it up.
I don't think English is this person's first language, but I assume that they meant that they ate their meal inside the restaurant. But I like the visual better of them eating everything. And by the time I wanted to pour myself another drink, I felt a strong, unusual pain in my stomach. I thought that I had blown out my stomach and decided to go home immediately to go to the toilet. I got home in 10 minutes. The play-by-play is great for this. The pain intensified and became unbearable, after which I vomited a sandwich. It's important. It's just a whole sandwich. Just a whole
big old sandwich.
It is important to mention that this was my first meal of the day. The last meal before the sandwich in your restaurant was earlier in the evening at April 4th. After vomiting, I felt a little better. I was horrified that I felt bad so quickly and my head began to spin. After which I took medication, drank a lot of water, and fell asleep to relieve the pain. When I woke up in the morning, woke up in the evening, closer to 8 p.m., the pain became less acute. I am asking you to sort out the situation. I am grown up.
I come to you, detectives, with the hardest case yet, with the most difficult culprit of all.
This person wants them to come to their house with soda and tubby rubs. Like, give them that.
Please help me.
I would like you I'm asking you to sort out the situation. I am a grown-up. I am 18 years old, and maybe I did not get off so badly, but children go there. In addition, for the children, Theo. In addition, I would ask for compensation for the damage caused to me.
Who are you asking for compensation? You're on iwaspoisoned.com. Who are you asking? The CEO of I Was Poisoned?
The level of delusion on the fact that they think they're going to get any compensation. Compensation for damage to me and compensation for the cost of the medications that I had to take. I hope for your understanding and support.
Thanks for that. Beautiful. That beautiful message. He's an adult, but he prays for the children.
I need this. Give me the money for medication. I have no money.
But I was poisoned. I demand your money.
Give me.
What do you think this is, sir?
I love this guy so much. He doesn't understand how the world works. But most of the people, neither do we, and he doesn't understand how food works. I hope that he's enjoying eating all the food at a different Subway.
He's going to go in there and eat it all.
They'll compensate me.